Hello everyone, welcome back to another One Take Tuesday, and today I have a battle against DreamTheater09 from my stream the other day. One of the only matches that I kind of got to back up because some people were disconnecting. What dicks! Anyway, we have basically the idea behind this team, even though it's not a team, was I'm going to take two things that I like to use defensively, which are Heatran and Jellicent, and then I'm going to take an Espeon for screen support and throw in three things that can potentially set up, which are Dragon Dance Salamence, Rock Polish Genesect, and Carmine Keldeo. So that's the essential basis of what I've got going on here, and let's just get into it. So Mienshao starts off against my Jellicent, and I think straight away he's going to be afraid of either the Will-O-Wisp or the Toxic, neither one which he wants to take, so he's going to go straight into his Espeon, which was fairly predictable, which is why I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball straight away. It is a stab hit, and it is obviously super effective on the switch-ins, so going to take a nice hefty chunk out of the Espeon's HP. I'm guessing it's relatively defensively invested, and it is a dual screener there, so that kind of explains why it didn't do too much damage. He's going to set up the light screen, allowing him to live the second Shadow Ball with relative ease, and now I guess he can either stay in, get up the Reflect, and potentially die, or switch out and take the hit with someone else. And he goes to Scizor. I guess some people were questioning why he would go to Scizor here, because Scizor necessarily can't really do anything to Jellicent unless he pursues me on the switch, and I guess he kind of felt safe staying in here. First of all, he comes in to take the Shadow Ball because the light screen's up and he can take it brilliantly. And then he pursues me expecting me not to have the status move, I guess, or maybe thinking I have Scald and not Will-O-Wisp straight out, so I wouldn't want to risk staying in. But I mean, staying on Scizor really is the best thing a Jellicent can do because it can't really hurt it apart from using Pursuit. And, you know, if you don't switch out, then Pursuit is not really going to do anything. As you can see, only did half, and I'm able to get the burn on the Scizor, so that's nice. That thing is crippled for the rest of the game, unless this Celebi carried Heal Bell for some weird reason, then I don't think that he should be able to get rid of that anytime soon. So I'm going to go into Heatran just because it covers a lot of the bases that Celebi kind of tries to use, the moves in general, and unless he predicted me and went for an Earth Power, I should have been pretty safe switching in there, and I take the Leaf Storm with relative ease. Looking at the Celebi there, it kind of seems like it's probably a Scarf set, because I think Specs would have done maybe a little bit more, and there was no kind of recoil or leftovers or anything, so that could have been a thing. Though I wouldn't have seen leftovers anyway, because he didn't have any HP taken from him. Anyway, Rotom's in against the Heatran, and I'm kind of protecting here and trying to find out what type of Rotom this is. I think I got Stealth Rocks up on the Switch, so that's kind of useful for later on, but I see that he's got leftovers, and he's Volt Switching and stuff, and so I go into Salamence thinking that he's going to either Hydro Pump or Volt Switch. He actually Will-O-Wisps on that turn, which it would have been really great if he'd hit that, obviously, because then my Salamence wouldn't have been able to do as much damage, because it is a Dragon Dance set. But unfortunately he misses, kind of leaving me intact, and that is going to matter somewhat as we get later into the game. But going to Espeon here, knowing that the Will-O-Wisp is coming again, I bounce it straight back into his face. I guess he maybe forgot I had Espeon, or just thought, you know, I might as well just go straight out for the Will-O-Wisp here. He clearly doesn't want to take it with his Ments. So that's what he does. I am obviously faster, so I get the light screen up as he Volt Switches out to his Mienshao. And now I'm pretty sure I'm going to outspeed the Mienshao after the Fake Out is finished, so I'm going to set up the Reflect, and hopefully be able to live a U-turn once that is done. So that's exactly what happens. Set up the Reflect as he U-turns straight out into his Scizor, and Scizor is definitely a prime candidate to take Espeon down at this point, simply because I have like 31 HP, I'm very low, and I am not going to want to take the Bullet Punch because I will die. Funny thing is though, I decide, fuck it, I'm going to stay in Hidden Power Fire just in case he overpredicts and thinks I'm going to go out, and so goes for the Pursuit instead of the Bullet Punch, and ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what happens, because he goes for the Pursuit instead of the Bullet Punch, allowing me to kill him with the Hidden Power Fire, and just eliminating Scizor as a threat altogether, which is pretty fantastic. So, in comes the Celebi. I know at this point 100% sure that it is Scarfed, because it outsped Espeon, and a normal Celebi would not be able to do that, so keep that information in the back of my mind. It's carrying Leaf Storm and U-turn as far as I can tell so far, so that's kind of good information to have. So we get kind of a double switch here as he went into Espeon. I go into my Keldeo, thinking, I don't know what, I think I just wanted to kill the Espeon with something. I wanted something that would outspeed it. For some reason I thought Keldeo might do, but it doesn't. I get hit with a Psy Shock and I miss Hydro Pump. So that kind of blows in many different ways. So I'm going to switch back. I'm going to go into my Salamence. I'm thinking, now that I have both screens up, I shouldn't be able to be stopped from Dragon Dancing at this point by the Espeon. So that's what I do. I go straight for the DD. As he switches into Rotom, +1 on a defensive Rotom. I wasn't too sure whether an Outrage would take it out, but I thought, well, I only have Earthquake and Fire Blast as my other two moves, and neither of those are going to be effective against this Rotom in any way. So I just decided to go for it, hoping that maybe I will be able to take the thing out, and I thankfully do. He's not able to get a burn off on me, and Life Orb +1 Outrage, wow, it's pretty sore still, it's pretty brutal, but he's going to go into Mienshao, and he kind of stops my Outrage by flinching me there, causes me to get confused, and obviously there's now the potential for me to hit myself in confusion. The other option he could have done here, instead of going into Mienshao and faking me out, was to go into his Celebi, because the Scarf Celebi has a chance to outspeed me. I guess it depends on what kind of... I think I'm running max speed, actually. So it would have been a speed tie had he brought Celebi in there. And funnily enough, he brings Celebi in now, which I guess might have been a speed tie, because well, we're both base 100 speed, and we're both at +1, so... I guess that it was a speed tie. I can't really think of anything else that would have happened there. But he does win it. He's able to take me out with the HP Ice. But now that I know he's Scarfed, he is locked into Hidden Power Ice. Now it's time to finish things off, because it's next time on Game Grumps, Genesect sweeps. Apart from the fact that this time on Game Grumps, Genesect is going to sweep, because I get the Rock Polish up. Genesect is brutal, people. It is very good at what it does, and it's now just going to show that by demolishing everything in sight with super effective moves all over the shop. So that's essentially what happens. Landorus, even if it was Scarfed, wouldn't have had a chance in hell, because I have +2 speed owing to the Rock Polish, just allowing me to just destroy him with the moves of icing and beaming. And obviously Celebi 4 times weak to the Bug Buzz, even though the Celebi is Scarfed. I of course have +2 speed as opposed to +1. So Life Orb, Bug Buzz is going to clean that thing out, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to finish off the match. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was pretty fun, I guess, and I will hopefully try and do some more battles sometime soon. I really am low and have been low for a long time. It's hard to get decent matches with people and not have it DC and stuff, so well, I'll see what I can do about that in the future. Otherwise, if you did enjoy this, please leave a like. Feel free to do so if you want to help me out. That's always appreciated, and if not, then leave comments and tell me what you thought. I'll see you guys next time on a video where I do a battle. And yeah, goodbye.